love them. I know I love them. They know I love them. So while I'm here with my good friend Teller, here's Penn.
Goodness gracious! Oh, man, you know, juggling fire always gets a nice round of applause. Some people think it's beautiful, you know, watch the torches move through the air and the sound. Some think it's difficult, somehow more difficult to juggle items that are ablaze. And still others think it is dangerous. Whatever you're thinking, you're all hoping the same thing. You're all hoping that I'm going to have an accident. A really bad one. And I am. I'm going to have the worst accident possible when juggling torches. I'm going to catch one of the torches on the wrong end. That is to say, the end that is on fire. The worst accident possible when juggling torches. It's about to happen right now. Oh no, fire, fire, run, run, fire. Save yourselves, fire, fire. Oh no, fire, fire, fire! The worst accident possible when juggling torches. I slightly soiled my right hand with carbon. I also showed my uncompromising commitment to the First Amendment to the Constitution of the United States of America by being willing to yell, "Fire!" in a crowded theater. Congress shall make no law. Now, since Penn and Teller are kind of into that debunking thing, I thought I'd explain to you how I was able to have the worst accident possible when juggling torches and come out virtually unscathed. What I did was, when I caught the torch on the wrong end, I let go of it. Almost right away. Now, I can't brag on myself too much for this. It's a trait that I may share with many of you. Even a cursory look at strict Darwinism would tell you that we needn't wait to a savanna somewhere in northern Africa 150,000 years ago for this particular trait to be selected for. When you're dealing with carbon-based life forms, this is to say organic life, even at your earliest multicellular level, those organisms that grab onto fire and don't let go just aren't going to jump into the gene pool with the same gusto of our real ancestors. That kind of covers the dangerous part of it. Now, as far as the difficult part, these torches were designed to be juggled. They were not designed to harass Frankenstein's monster. But before Teller and I had all the money necessary to bribe all the officials necessary to be able to use open, unsupervised flame in a theater with, in my opinion, too few exits, we used to play places that had a bar right there in the room with us. And I would just grab 3 bottles off the speed rack and do a routine with those. And these bottles were not designed to be juggled. These bottles were designed to hold liquor in an attractive manner, unlike some of you. I want you to contrast the way these bottles move through the air with the way the torches moved. I don't know if you can tell this, but they move much faster, and it's a less even turn. And although each of the bottles moves differently from the torches, they also move very differently from one another because they're different brands, even though we've taken the labels off them here for legal reasons. But even though it's much more difficult to juggle the bottles and the torches, it gets no reaction whatsoever. That's because it's essentially intellectual and not visceral. But that covers difficult, and this is beautiful. Look at that, huh? Just fractal minus 0, no limits. See that little thing sticking up there? See it? See it, Ellison? Satan's little howdy-do. Is that talking to you?
No.
It's talking to me. Yeah. Now, they all break very different. Of course, there's no way to predict how they're going to break. It's a nonlinear. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. You know, I'm not that different from you. When I'm holding a broken bottle in my hand, I have the same thought in my head that you'd have, and that is, man, I wish Clay Aiken were here. Now, these square ones, I don't like to use these square ones because they break so erratically, but I'm just give it a try. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Look at that. Now, you all know, there's no secret to this. I'm going to juggle these. That's the punchline. But I do want to say ahead of time that I do sometimes, get injured during this. But it's only a slight cut. It's not like, Roy getting his head bit off by a tiger. It's not, you're not going to be like on CNN talking about it. But it's a cut that will. And I also want to say, we do have a lot of children that watch this show. And I got to say, the children, I don't think you're stupid. I know you know this, but I got to say this because parents watching with you want me to say it. And that's to say, the stuff we do in this show is very dangerous. You shouldn't try any of it. I don't even know what I mean by that. I guess I mean, kids, when you're at the bar, don't grab 3 bottles, smash them, and try to juggle them. Not unless there's a lot of money riding on it, or it's a double dog dare, which you must not turn down ever, unless you're a chicken. Also, you might notice that because we're a television show, there's no obscenity in the show at all. And I just want to say from experience that if I'm injured, that whole no obscenity thing, right out the window. As a matter of fact, if I'm cut even slightly tonight, I'm going to take you all on a scatological, sexual, white-knuckle ride through the Old Testament. I'll be covering the violent, non-consensual sex acts of Deuteronomy 14 through 27 and detailing those acts in the graphic street language of the late but still great Tupac Shakur. So that's all. I'm going to step behind here. See, this protects, little piece of glass will still fly off as I'm doing this, and this stops them from bouncing off and, running out and hitting a cameraman, but they do bounce off and come straight in my face for your entertainment pleasure. Now, what you're watching here is a physical improvisation. I've obviously never juggled these exact bottles before, so I have to get a feel for. I'm learning the trick right in front of you is what I'm doing. And here we go, getting a sense of each of these so I can juggle them. And I want to get a, whoa, oh, man. Well, I want to talk to you about what kind of actor I am, Allison, because every night I take the 3rd bottle, throw it in the air, and I go like, whoa, and try to pretend it's a hard bottle, bring a little bit of drama into a, predictable piece. But tonight it really is a hard bottle. But you'll be able to tell this is a hard bottle by the fact this is probably a little briefer than you think it should be. Man. Yeah, this could be the night that you could hear a lot of swearing coming up real soon. That's it. Beautiful, difficult, and dangerous.
All right. Thanks for watching. Join us again next week here in Las Vegas with a new batch of magicians. And, of course, Penn and